For the past several months, it seems like all I've been thinking about is the outdoor growing season. It is an exciting time for me and so many others because this is the first year that New York State medical marijuana patients can grow cannabis outdoor legally. I spent so much time, I can't tell you, choosing my strains and then the right genetics for those strains. But I'm not going to get like too much into that video, but really soon, I promise, is going to be a whole lot of info on what's coming down the pike here at Highly Motivated Life. But anyway, after all that, after I figured out what I wanted to grow, I was debating how I was going to get them started and if I was going to use any like specific training methods. And so I sat down and I decided all that stuff. And that was really just a few days ago. And then the seeds came in, I put them in soil, and in the past 24 hours, you've got two little babies coming up out of the ground, and I couldn't be happier. You know, it's fascinating watching plants grow, honestly, and you can grow them in so many ways. Personally, I prefer DWC, and that's sort of my main grow, but I'm still really trying to master it. And soil is kind of like a must learn for any grower because there's going to be times where you need to transplant, like if you're like me and you're going to be planting stuff outside this summer, right? You sort of start indoors and then you bring your plants outside to finish for the biggest yields. But anyway, what I really wanted to say in this video is that growing really changed my life. And I say this as I look behind me and it's a mess in this room because my grow room is actually that door back there. And I'm going to be rearranging it a little bit over the next couple of days for efficiency's sake. And I say that because, I've always had hobbies, and I usually go pretty hard on them, actually. When I played Magic the Gathering, I wanted to have great cards, build fun decks, and it was the same when I was playing MMORPGs. I even ran a gaming community for over 10 years, and I went so hard in that I think I burned myself out on online gaming. Growing, on the other hand, has been a totally different beast. You can go hard on the equipment, but it all still takes a lot of skill, which only comes with time, patience, and experience. That is, of course, if you want to grow the good stuff, right? I should also mention genetics, of course. If you guys caught a whiff of the last harvest video for the forbidden fruit, then you already know what really bad genetics looks like. So when I started, I did go a little hard on equipment, but I selected stuff that I knew was going to fit my little space pretty well, and that I could expand upon a little here and there. I didn't go for the top shelf of everything. I sort of went for intermediate level sort of stuff so I could really get a feel for the equipment and the hobby of growing. And growing is the sort of hobby that you can really develop a passion for. And no matter how long you're at it, you're always learning something. And I guess gaming's a little bit like that, but it also comes with a lot of those damn trolls and those kids talking trash on Discord and whatnot, or voice chat, and they're trying to act like very big people, but they have very small minds. Also, as you age, it's a lot harder to be competitive in certain online games, and if you have a desire to be good at it, well, you're kind of battling the universe on that one. Personally, I'm glad I got away from it. All of that was really stressful, so when I made the transition from online gaming to growing, it was a totally different ballgame, and I love it. I actually think it's my favorite hobby that I've gotten involved in thus far, and I've tried quite a few different things in my life. This one, it sort of gets me, and that's really been important to me at this point in my life. I needed something that let me see visible progress while also challenging me in unique ways. There's just nothing like it, and every step of the way has interesting little stuff to experiment with, right? So there's so many ways to germinate. For example, you can use that tried and true paper towel method, or swap those out for cotton pads, or heck, you could just throw it right back in the soil, right? You can start in little rapid rooters, rock wool cubes. You can just dunk them in a shot glass to soften the outer shell and then do any of those things. Literally all this stuff works, right? You can grow in all sorts of mediums as well. There's hydroponics, soil, coco coir, plain old potting mix, right? There's just a plethora of things out there. And you're going to get mixed reviews on it all, but you literally can try to grow in just about anything. And you can put that stuff in fabric pots, ceramic pots, buckets. You can even grow stuff in a topsy-turvy. You remember those things? And once you get into the first major stages of growing cannabis, that vegetative stage, you can really go nuts. You can implement low stress training methods to bend and shape the plant you want. You can defoliate aggressively or not at all. You can experiment with different feeding methods, synthetics, organics, top dressing your stuff, dissolving it in water. There's just a million different lights, tents, fans, lots of equipment out there, right? You can automate your grow, or you can be really hands on, or something in between. There are seemingly endless ways to explore the hobby of growing. Heck, you can even expand outwards into vegetable gardening and other flowering plants, because the things that you learn while growing cannabis can be applied kind of generally to some other plants if you're savvy enough. In fact, one of the big reasons that I'm here on YouTube is because I watch a lot of content creators that teach me stuff with every single one of their videos. And you can check out all the channels that I follow, and those are the people that inspire me to do what I do. I'm not really here to teach you about growing, some of them are, though I might talk a bit about that here and there. Instead, I want to encourage you to explore a hobby of your own. It doesn't have to be growing, it can be anything. Maybe something you've been putting off for a while. Why not give that a shot now, right? What's holding you back? Usually the first step is the hardest, but once you hit that stride, you might find out something about yourself. I think that's pretty much all I had to say tonight. Thanks for watching to the end. If you made it this far, be well, stay lifted, everyone.